Relapses can be a common part of the recovery journey. They are not fun, but they also don't erase your progress. People can experience relapses when they're fighting all sorts of different bad habits. Here's what Eric Clapton said. The thing he was struggling with was alcohol. I tried quitting over and over. It never held. Finally, I reached the point where I truly couldn't go on the old way, and that's when I really stopped. Let's talk about the difference between a slip and a relapse. A slip is a temporary mistake, but you catch yourself quick and you recommit and you get back on track. A relapse is much more long-term. You don't catch yourself, you throw away all the strategies you've learned to recover, and you have to experience a lot of the pain and the shame and the awfulness of porn again. It's important to know that this is a continuum. Little slips at the top and really awful relapses, but it's not like one or the other. And with all of these, the faster you catch yourself, the better off you'll be. Even with relapses, the sooner you catch yourself and recommit, and the more you can minimize the pain that you will suffer from it. Slips and relapses can be excellent learning opportunities. You can learn and you can prevent yourself from making the same mistake again in the future. Or you can choose to learn nothing. The choice is yours. I'll talk about how to do both. First, here's how to not learn anything. A couple things that people often do. One is you get in this pity party. It's, oh my gosh, I'm awful. I'm a pile of trash. I'm never going to get this right. This is not only unproductive, it's counterproductive. It makes it worse. It makes it more likely that you're going to mess up again the next time. Get out of that place. Another thing we can do to avoid learning from it is not wanting to think about it. I don't want to think about how I messed up. I'm just going to try harder next time. Willpower is going to fail us. Willpower is not a plan. Now let's talk about how to learn from the relapse. What led up to it? What boundaries did you violate? Or what boundaries do you need to create? Here's a classic example. If you're laying in bed at night and you can't sleep and you reach over to your phone that's charging by your bedstand and get yourself into trouble. This is avoidable by charging your phone in the kitchen or in somewhere else where you can't just reach over and grab it. I'm not going to charge my phone by my bed anymore. Now, if you've already set that boundary for yourself and you were feeling invincible or whatever, and you violated that boundary, well, that's where you can learn. You can learn to get small, get humble. Even if I'm feeling invincible right now, I'm recommitting. I'm going to charge my phone far away from my bed. And if I have to go get one of those old alarm clocks, then so be it. I'll do that. And you know what the cool part about boundaries is? Every time you set a boundary to stay away from pornography, it not only helps you stay away from the bad stuff, but it also blesses your life in ways you didn't even anticipate. Like, you charge your phone far away, you're going to sleep better, and you're going to have more energy throughout the next day and be more focused and do more awesome stuff. That boundary, even though it was to protect yourself against this one thing, helps in all these other ways, and it always seems to happen that way. So when you have a relapse, don't go into the pity party. Instead, how did I violate my boundaries? Or what boundaries do I need to set for next time? Closely related to boundaries is thinking about what am I going to do to strengthen myself? Boundaries are kind of the negative. I will not do this. Okay, that's good. You need those. But then we also need the positive, the strengthening. I will do this other thing. And those are often centered around who we are going to get to be our supporters. Support groups, somebody you can be honest with, is huge. If you've had a relapse and you want to learn from it, use that relapse as motivation to go talk to one person. This is like the single most important thing you can do. Maybe it's a religious leader. If you haven't been to church in ages or you don't believe in that, okay, like find a friend, family member. There's a lot of shame that goes around talking to someone about our porn problem. We tell ourselves, oh my gosh, they're never going to understand me. I'm bad, I'm weird, I'm not normal for having this problem. And those are all lies. You are totally normal. So many people struggle with this, and so many people suffer dearly because of it. So go find that person. Now, one thing you can do if you struggle with porn on one of these things is to get accountability software on that device. It's going to send a report to that person you're being honest with. And this is so powerful because when you're sitting here and you're like tempted to go look at something you know you shouldn't, it stops you. You think, oh, never mind, I'm just going to put that down and go do something constructive. And that moment is a huge win. Get accountability software. My company, Ever Accountable, we make the world's best accountability software, and we've got a deal going on right now. You can get accountability software, and you can get access to a support group, meet with others who are going through the very same thing. You can find an accountability partner in there, and you can get access to a recovery program that you do right on your phone that teach you the principles of recovery. So again, if you struggle on one of these, get accountability software. Okay, the last thing I'm going to say about relapse, don't give up. Don't quit. Recommit every time. Learn what you can and recommit. Sometimes you'll learn more than other times. Sometimes you may feel like you're making no progress. Sometimes you may feel like you're sliding backwards. This kind of thing is normal. Don't give up. Grant Cardone said that he quit drugs every day for 10 years, and then one day he quit for real. Did those 10 years of quitting not matter at all? Would he have quit for real if he hadn't been trying all along? I don't think so. Our efforts matter. And every time we recommit, every time we honestly say to ourselves, I'm going to do this again. I'm fixing my boundaries. I'm going to be honest with my accountability partner. Every time we say that, it makes a difference. We are adding to our foundation. And eventually that thing is going to be strong enough that we will quit for real. You got this.